The Eternal Fall. Chapter 7. The Fire That Consumes. The Judgment of Atlantis. Atlantis trembled. The sky, once an endless canvas of stars, had turned a violent shade of crimson, swirling with divine fury. The ocean surrounding the great city churned, waves rising higher than the palace towers. The gods were delivering their final punishment. From the Temple Mount, the high priest of the cosmos knelt before the sacred altar, his forehead pressed to the cold marble, whispering a desperate prayer. The celestial braziers, once bright blue, had turned black, a sign of impending doom. He lifted his trembling hands toward the heavens. "Great ones, spare us!" A deafening crack split the sky. Lightning struck the temple's tallest spire, sending shards of divine crystal raining onto the city below. The gods had made their decision. Atlantis would fall. The execution of Seriphus. Seriphus knelt in the execution square, wrists bound in heavy iron, his once magnificent celestial strength reduced to aching mortality. The air was thick with the scent of burning incense, of sacrifice and impending death. King Velion stood before him, sword in hand, his armor glinting in the eerie red light of the sky. The people of Atlantis had gathered to watch. Seriphus's gaze flickered across the sea of faces until he found her. Althea. She stood between the guards, her wrists bound, her lip bloodied, her gown torn from her earlier struggle. But her eyes burned with defiance. He gave her a small, knowing smile. She was alive. That was all that mattered. Valian raised his sword. "You were sent to watch over us," he spat, "but you could not resist defiling what was mine." Seriphus said nothing. He had made his choice, and he would make it again. Valian's blade descended toward his throat, and then the earth split apart beneath them. The fall of a kingdom. A thunderous roar filled the air as the ground cracked open, swallowing entire buildings in a cascade of rubble. The ocean, once kept at bay by divine favor, rushed toward the city like a beast finally freed from its chains. Screams rang through the streets as Atlantean nobles and warriors alike fled in terror. Valian stumbled back, his sword forgotten, as his great city crumbled before his eyes. The gods had damned them all. Seriphus tore free of his bindings, the chains falling from his wrists like dust. He had no time to question how, only that he needed to find Althea. She was already moving, fighting against the guards, racing toward him. "Seriphus!"